my dear students and astrologers and interested listeners of astrological subjects, ladies and gentlemen, and presidents of different associations, sign up, welcoming you. Today's topic is on secrets of transit. Why I call it a secret is because the transit has not been mentioned in any book clearly, whether from Lagna or from Moon, but the results are given from Moon. But some people are even thinking we can see from Lagna. Some people, if they tell from Moon, that is correct, but if the transit is given from Moon, what happens? Let us take an example, Mesha Rashi. In Mesha Rashi, you have Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika 1. For 2.25 days, the prediction given for the fixed planets from Moon for 2.25 days for the people born throughout the world is same. It cannot change. So, the nakshatras we are not taking into consideration because they just tell the Rashi. The second point is the rules have been given only from Moon. That they have clearly mentioned in all the books. Shakri Dashastho Bhanuhu Shakyanmatri Saptamesha Shishi Kujarahu Ketumandanam Shaktisthasaukhyadanrunam Gururatridri Navama Panchama Shubhapradanitaram Chaturashkadvidashakatagnya Phalapradasatam Kavinakashakdashavatya Ekadasha Shubhagraha Sarve. All these things, the transit rules, Sun, Shaktri, 6 and 3rd Avta, Shasto, Bhanu, Shak, Janmatri, Sapta, 10, Janma, 3, 7, Shashi, Moon, Kuja, Rahu, Ketu, Manda, 6 and 3rd Avta. Then Buddha, Chaturashtat Vidasha, 4, 8, 2, 10. And Guru, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. Ekadasha, Shubhagraha, Sarve. All planets in 11th house, they do good. But from where? From Moon. So all the people in the world born in a particular Rashi will have the same result. But during a span of this 2.25, there are about 26 to 28 Lagnas for 2 different days, for 2 different nakshatras. Therefore, the enigma is how to take that, whether from Lagna, whether from Moon. So this went on dodging me for a very, very long number of years. And no book has clarified. But people say you can read from Lagna also. Lagna also the same position. If you read from Lagna, then what happens? It is reading like a natal chart in transit. Natal chart Lagna in transit. You know it's Lagna and then what is the difference between natal chart and the birth chart? So, a birth chart is always a birth chart. A transit chart is always a transit chart. These should not be mixed up. The birth chart is the one which says things right from birth to death. ಹುಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಸಾಯೋವರೆಗೂ ಮನೆಗಳ ಕಾರಕತ್ವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. The ಕಾರಕತ್ವ of the bhavas from a given Lagna will never change from birth to death for a particular person born in ascendant. A particular ascendant, that is constant. And the planets posited there are shaping themselves, getting posited in different houses in different years. So, with respect to moon, the results have been given, but not with respect to Lagna. See, that is so. How to use this Lagna and moon? How to use this composite technique, composite analysis? So, we just think that the positions of the Bhavadipatis, which are permanent, are moving in transit in different houses with respect to the natal moon of the man. Both we are taking. We are also taking the Lagna of the person, the moon of that person only. But why we are taking Lagna and moon is, Lagna is only for the particular person. So in 2 days, I told you about 24, 26 Lagna, from Mesha to Meena. 2 days people are born. But if somebody wants the result only for the Kanya Lagna or Tula Lagna, only for that born person, then you have to have the natal chart also with you. And thereby we have got to understand this principle of, only the principle of results of transit, the secret. Now say for example, Mithila Lagna. So Mithila Lagna today and Kataka Rashi. Mithila Lagna born, Kataka Rashi born. One. Then we will take Mithila Lagna born and Simha Rashi. Lagna is same, but Rashi is different. For Mithila Lagna, Kataka Rashi, today's Jupiter, I am taking only major planet, Jupiter and Saturn. Today's Jupiter from Kataka, Simha, Kanya is in third house. Right. For Mithila Lagna, Kataka Rashi is in third house. Then Simha is the next time. Then Mithila Lagna, Simha Rashi. For Simha, Jupiter is in favorable second house. For Kataka, Jupiter is in unfavorable third house. Right? But Lagna is same. So now what I would say is that for Mithila Lagna, the 10th and 7th house is constant, ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is constant till birth to death. For Mithila Lagna, 7th house is life, wife, 10th house is profession. From birth to death. That particular activity of the wife or business partner or 7th bhava, whatever the karakatva of the bhava, whatever may be the karakatva of the 7th bhava, the 10th bhava, 10th is profession, and again you have got karma, you have got so many things, but doing okay. Whatever the profession, for example, a person is doing some job and he is happy or unhappy in the job. For Kataka, if you want to know. For Kataka, Rashi fellow. For Mithila Lagna, 10th house. For Kataka Rashi fellow, temporarily, because the 10th Lord of profession, is in third house from Kataka, unfavorable. He will have to undergo problems in profession. Right from the day Jupiter entered Kanya till the day Jupiter leaves Kanya. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿ. So, if somebody comes and asks you a question, can I change a job now? I am getting a good offer. Can I go with Mithuna Lagna and Kataka Rashi? You should say that according to me, according to the secret, because the 10th Lord is in unfavorable third house presently, as long as Jupiter goes to 5th house, favorable, he shall not do it at all. But unfavorable 4th house of Jupiter, that is better than unfavorable 3rd house of Jupiter. Again there is 3rd Jupiter is very unfavorable. 4th Jupiter is unfavorable. But 5th is good. So we should give probably an advice that he has to wait till Jupiter enters the 5th house from Kataka. Kataka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vrishchika. When he comes to Vrishchika, he changes the job, safe. But if he changes the job when Jupiter is in 3rd house, it is dangerous. Because, why? Again there is a rule. Chandrashtamancha Rahunnavancha Dharani Saptamancha Prabhushate Guru Trutiye. Guru Trutiye, 3rd house. Arkastu Panche Manapahani Maranani. Mana hota. He may lose, that's what Garja says. So, he may lose his respect by changing the job. Or he may go to a job which probably look to be superior but inferior and may suffer later on. And therefore, he, Kataka Lagna, Kataka Rashi, Mithuna Lagna, that person shall be advocated that he shall not change the job till the time Jupiter comes to the favorable phase. Suppose he asks the question, sir, after August it is coming to Tula, coming to the 4th house, what shall we do? But 4th house Jupiter is not that bad as 3rd house Jupiter, but yet it is not as safe and as good as 5th house Jupiter. Therefore, one has to exercise patience till Jupiter comes to 5th house and gives him a good result. That will give him a fantastic result, and that will be not only favorable in the sense, whatever he aspires, positive things that gets fulfilled. ಏನೇನು ಅವರ ಆಸೆ ಆಕಾಂಕ್ಷೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್. But that is not the case with Simha Rashi, with Mithuna Lagna. Same profession only, but Simha Rashi, Jupiter is favorable. Kanya, 2nd house is favorable. So, we can advocate that person to get to get the change of job if he wants, number 1. If he gets, number 2. If he tries, number 3. And a good professional life at least is assured as long as Jupiter is in the 2nd house. And then he is coming to the 3rd house. So before August of now 2017, Simharashi people with Mithuna Lagna, they are safe, but afterwards professionally they are not supposed to take risks in the profession and wait for another 2 more years like Kataka. So this is the secret. How to use Lagna, how to use Rashi. I have used both Rashi and Lagna, but it is for a person we are using. So the transit here differs from person to person. Instead of giving a wholesale result like a Rashi Phala in papers, TV, what we are getting is absolutely, totally more than 100% incorrect. It may be by Akakatala Nyaya, it may come, but specifically if we have to do that. When I was asked to give the results from Rashi Phala in Z Kannada TV, I told them, I'm sorry, I will not give it. But I chose one thing, that instead of giving Rashi Phala, I will give Nakshatra Tara Phala. At least daily nakshatras are changing and different persons are born in different nakshatras, and Tara is at least is going to work better that particular day. Each day is having a different Tara, but Ashwini, Bharani, they belong to same Rashi. The result should be same. Therefore, I will not give this result. I will give Ashwini star, Bharani star. For them, what will happen on a particular day, which may be any star, depending on Tara. That could be fairly accurate than this. So, what we have to understand this thing is that don't search in all the books that whether they have told from Lagna. I am sure nobody has mentioned and no classical books have given and no, but I have tried in the class number of cases, thousands of cases over my year, and the results what we get in transit is 95%. This way, because here I am not at all changing the Baba of the person at the time of birth. That's not at all changing, but only I am giving the results of the pure transit. Similarly, 7th house, for example. What is 7th house of Mitra Lagna? Marriage for both of them, both for Kataka and Simha. But 7th Lord for Kataka is an unfavorable third. So in transit, because 7th Lord is an unfavorable third, he may not land up or she may not land up or the native may not land up with a good marital alliance. Or if at all they are struggling and say that I am fighting for the boy, no, it may not work out. Because the 7th Lord is unfavorable for Kataka Rashi, for Mithuna Lagna. But at the same time, for 7th Lord, when having Guru Bala here, with Simha Rashi, in the 2nd house, is favorable 2nd, so it is a trial where we have to say that you have the girl can got married, provided there is very serious effort, and we should tell that the effort must be doubled or tripled during this period up to August approximately, this 2017 or July, when till such time Jupiter is in Kanya. So this is the trick. This is why I named the title Secret, is because of this one. So unfortunately, what has happened is many people have not knowing. Many people have done the mistake of taking from Lagna also. I have seen some people writing from Lagna also. They is transiting. But then, if you are taking from Lagna, there is an exception. But that should also justify the positive transit from Moon. What I mean is, a planet transiting over a planet in transit. So, any planet, suppose Bhagyadipati is in, say in Bhagya himself, for any Lagna, and in transit, the Bhagyadipati transits over Bhagya for the Lagna. But it should answer the transit result. Bhagyadipati may transit over Bhagya from Lagna, but it may not be favorable from Moon, from the same person. Suppose the Bhagyadipati is transiting over Bhagya, it has to be transiting over Bhagya, you get it. But if it transits in the Ashtama Bhava from Moon, we will not get the Bhagya. We must be very careful even when planets transiting over the planet, all books are told, planet transiting over planet definitely will do good, but moon is forgotten. Moon has not been mentioned, but from moon also, that should be favorable. Then only that result will work. Otherwise what happens? It will not work. ಸಪ್ತಮಾಧಿಪತಿ ಸಪ್ತಮದಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಮದುವೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ದಶಮಾಧಿಪತಿ ದಶಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬರೀ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಲಗ್ನ. It should also subscribe and answer from moon also for the positivity. Then it will fructify. Otherwise it will not fructify. This is the second point in transit. Of course, so far as transit Prashna is concerned, these complications are not there. Because in Prashna, all these things are not at all taken into consideration. But there, we are taking Lagna only as very important. And second preference is given to moon. Always, never moon is to be given first preference. There are people, I would like to clarify here, that taking from Chandra Lagna, taking from Janma Lagna. What is this? Chandra Lagna, if it is taken again, you are taking the Rashi. Wholesale. Chandra Lagna is again the Lagna for 2.5 days, 2.25 days, for people born in 2.25 days. Chandra Lagna. Yes. So Janma Lagna you are taking, as for same person you are taking Chandra Lagna. And from Janma Lagna the result may come favorable. From Chandra Lagna the result may come unfavorable. Then what is it? Therefore, the point is that we must look into the Janma Lagna for our life readings, Dasha readings, and other totality. But the sub-periods and also the duration, the timing, the duration, and other importance is given to the transit. So where transit becomes, because you get Guru Dasha, Guru Bhakti. Guru Dasha, Guru Bhakti only if you take Guru. You cannot predict. Again 3 years is there, roughly Guru Dasha, Guru Bhakti, again Guru, 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 Jani, Guru, Buddha, Guru, Ket. You have to go into all these subplots, Antardasha, and look to the transit of Dasha Lord, Antardasha Lord, Antardasha Lords. If those transits are favorable, then only the results mentioned from the Lagna is favorable. That is the timing. The timing of event is very well taken from the transit duration of the planet. This is very, very important. So many things are said. Again, in transit, the phalas, the results are also not only wholesale results should not be pronounced. By pronouncing wholesale results, it is bad. Now again, for the sake of this Kataka Rashi Mithun Lagna case, what happens to him when Jupiter is in third house? It was unfavorable. What unfavorable? What happens to him? So this is a very important point that we should pinpointedly answer. ಟೈಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಯಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ, ಮದುವೆಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಟೂರ್ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸಬಟ್ಟೆ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದೆ ಮನೆ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ, ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಹೌಸ್, ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ, ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್, ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? So these are the things, complications that come to understand. If you just look only from the moon, that Jupiter is unfavorable, look only from the moon. What unfavorable you will not know from this particular person. So, the only thing is, Lagna is the only indicator to tell what will be unfavorable. Otherwise, you just understand moon, forget about the Lagna. You understand moon, Kataka Rashi, unfavorable third. What unfavorable? You don't, for all Kataka Rashi people it's unfavorable. But what unfavorable? To whom it is unfavorable? You will not know. But this Mithuna Lagna, 10th is unfavorable, 7th is unfavorable. For Kataka Rashi, these two are unfavorable. But unfavorable what? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕಷ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. Will he give that all the difficulties existing in the world for this 10th bhava and the 7th bhava? Not like that. ಬಹಳ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಾಶನಂ. ಗುರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನಾ ದುಃಖ ವಿತ್ತ ಸುಖಾಪ್ತಿ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಾಶನಂ. Every house Gargya has given, for every house, one result only. He has not given 10 results for one house. Please note that. Only one. That one is first house Janmarashi. Many people, learners, feel Jupiter is good, he is Shubhagraha, and Jupiter and Chandra when it moves, he should do good concept because he is Shubhagraha. No, in transit rules are different. Nana Dukkha. That's all. Nana Dukkha. Varieties of tragedy. Many tragedies. What tragedy has not been mentioned? Second house, only money, nothing else. Third house is Sthiti Nasha. What is Sthiti Nasha? That means disturbance of the present, disturbance of the existing status. That's all. Therefore, for Kataka Rashi, for Mithuna Lagna, what will be disturbed? 10th will be disturbed. Existing status may be disturbed. Disturbance may be Manapaha Nimaranana. Other rules, that is different. Here it has been told. There, Mana Hogatte. Young Mana Hogatte. You may get depromoted. Or some junior may be elevated. So that his mind gets upset. So as a I am getting insulted, I am losing my respect, all my juniors are elevated. So these are the things, Sthiti, Nasha. And second thing is, in government work and other places where there are branches, they may be transferred. Sthiti, Badalavana, transfer of position of the place of work where he is working, that also will take place. Number 3, Sthiti Nasha, lose the job. Nasha, lose the job. Therefore, it is very much advised at that point that whatever could be the problem, you must tight-lipped, bear it, patient, and come out of that transit period. Nobody can help during that time. Of course, remedial measures only mitigate to a certain extent to see that the troublemongers who are doing are going just to keep quiet, does those things and soften it and analgesic, that's all. But the native also must be equally careful about looking at this point, that he shall not tamper the place of work. He should be careful that there is chances of not only the changes, not only depromotion, and also losing the job and losing the status. So this is what happens when from Lagna, for that particular person, this is what going to happen. And again, 7th and 3rd house, for example. Suppose the particular life partner's horoscope says about the marital life is a weak life. There is no strength in the 7th bhava. Then, if 7th bhava in the 3rd house, or Kataka, may cause cracks in the married life of this particular person. So you should also be advised, be careful, don't allow the cracks to develop. Till such time Jupiter goes at least to the next house. But favorably for 1.5 years it will be there, including the 4th house. But yet, bad is 3rd house. Must be advised not to precipitate the issue, not to exaggerate and not to make matters worse by dealing with the 7th Bhava. Business partner. 7th house is also business partner. So many times business partners also fight. They may say you have tried to separate. But that's not the time for separation. Because he separates or she separates doing a business at that time, then he may lose their partnership amount or they may have to come out with losses and all these things. So one has to, that's why DVD, Barahavanu Tidduvane Joyisanu Jatakadi. Astrologers cannot write their fate. Vetavaghiga Adaragati Srishti Vidhi from Srishti. Already from birth it has been stamped. Our Lagna is stamped, our moon is stamped at the time of birth. Of course, the planetary position is there. Sahisad Mugivad Ava Dashe Barbeku. Bhukti Barbeku. Adu Bandhu, Dasha and Bhukti, if it comes, it works. Then what you have to do? Sahane Vajrada Kavacha. Patience is diamond god. We must have patience. We cannot have. When it comes to it, the bad period, no. That is why no planet is good, no planet is bad. The transit period is good, the transit period is bad. No planet is good, as a matter of fact. So this is what we want to understand very critically and clearly about this particular. And also, I told you the application of this in Dasha, Mukti, Antarbhukti, and all these things which they are favorable. The 5 elements you are taking a Dashanata, Bhuktinata, Antarbhuktinata, Sukshanata, Prananata. All this. But in these 5 we are going at least Dasha, Antara, Dasha. 3 levels. At least if 2 are favorable, transit, it has something better. That means out of 66%, it is better. If 2 are favorable. If 3 are unfavorable, 100% bad. If 1 is favorable, 33% good. That's all. So this theory we have got to understand the transit also. But at the same time, you have to quantify the results. How to quantify? You can't say bad. How much I told you? What is bad? You have got to understand from the planet exactly badness. That is the Gargya has given for his very planet. What is going to happen in one house? I will complete this in Guru. First house, Nana Dukkha. Second house, Sthiti, Vitta Sukha, financial gain. Third house, Sthiti Nasha. Fourth house, Bandhu Klesha, troubles from relatives. So fourth house will not give what is to be given in the third house. Problems of relatives will come only when he comes in fourth house. That may be market. And probably fourth lord also is ill-placed in the chart. From Lagna, the fourth lord is ill-placed in the chart. That's Lagna here. So if it is well-placed and here ill-placed, or here well-placed in transit, there ill-placed 50%. That's right to quantify. You cannot say the totality is bad, because from Janma Lagna there is strength, from transit there is weakness. From transit there is strength, from Janma Lagna there is weakness. So how to quantify this? So it all depends upon your wisdom. By experience, you have got to quantify. Of course, there are many methods are there. In addition to these things, you can also take up many other things like Tarabalas and other things added to this and quantify the result. But result will not change. Result will be same. The results of whatever has been quoted will not change. Then fourth house, Kutumba. Fifth house, Putra Dhana Prapti. Only Putra. Suppose some people are trying for begetting issues, putra. The best time for them to get issues, dhanaprapti, financial gains. One has to get money from somewhere. Well, you can always say that you try during that period seriously. So what astrology says is, it indicates the pulse of the planets to what to do and what not to do. Then again, 6th house, Roga. When Jupiter in 6th house, Roga. When Jupiter in 7th house, Bhoga. That is happiness. Rogan, Bhogan. Then 7th is good. And 8th is again not good. 9th is good. Guru Ratri. 9th house, what you say? Mitra Prapti. Good friends are available because of Jupiter in the 9th. Again in 10th house is bad. So Karmasthana. What bad? Daridra. Financial problem. The Dhanakaraka. He becomes his Daridra. You see this, even though he is there, but Lagna, Dipova, Divova, Shukrova, Edikendriye, Lagna, Ajiva, Ashukra, Idekam, Edikendriye, Tasyaputra, Dirkhayu, Dhanavan, Rajavallabha. He will live long, but that is applicable only for natal chart from Lagna, not for transit. It cannot be mixed up with transit. So, my idea of telling this point is that you must not mix up transit rules with the rules of natal charts. Then again 10th house Daridra, 11th house is what? Labha. Ekadasha Shubhagraha Sarve. All planets, whether malefic or benefic, are going to be good in 11th house, and 12th house is loss of money. That is what only Jupiter. So like that, each planet has been assigned only one result. And for 9 planets, you have got 12 into 9, 108 results at one shot you get. At one shot you are getting 108 results from 9 planets. What more we want? But the books have given a lot of things. That's why they have given, they are going on explaining the same thing, only changing the route and coming back to the same subject. That's all. Labha, Guru. Use Guru Karaka, Labha and Labha from Putra, from status, from other things, all this, and tell the same thing and fill the pages. That's what. But Durga is given only in one shloka. Small one shloka. That is, they are writing about 10 pages on this one shloka. But this is what exactly is. Even Shani. Shani also in transit, the other dreaded planet. But Sadhisati. Again, Sadhisati is there, the 12th house, the Lagna, the Janma Rashi, and second house the moon. But Sadhisati means troubles. It is only Lagna which is going to indicate from which angle, from which area troubles occur. It is a very important point. For Mithuna Lagna, for example, Sadhisati takes place means, for Kataka Rashi, now the Sadhisati. Now let us understand the example of Kataka Rashi, for example. Sadhisati means Kataka, Mithuna and Simha. Jupiter transiting. Say Mithuna Lagna. For Mithuna Lagna person, the 8th Lord and the 9th Lord. The 8th Lord and 9th Lord are Kataka Rashi. For 2.5 years, just about 20 days back, from 20 days back, for nearly 2.5 years, he was in Vrishchika. Saturn was in Vrishchika. So, the 8th house and the 9th house suffered for this, but not all the bhavas. Father, 8th house is longevity aspects, some health aspects. So these native could have suffered only in these two areas, the 8th bhava and the 9th. Suppose we take Simha Rashi, it is 7th house and the 8th house. From moon. But from Mithuna Lagna, Simha Rashi, Mithuna Lagna, Simha Rashi, the 8th lord and the 9th lord. And father, here the 4th house, from Simha, he was there in Vrishchika, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vrishchika, in the 4th house. Right. So, lordship for 8, 9 is not changed there. But only the transit has come to the 4th house. Then what does he give in 4th? That will be applicable for 8 and 9. What he gives in 4th?
He is transiting in.
He is talking about 4th.
For Mithuna Lagna, 8th lord and the 9th lord is Saturn. Right. Simha Rashi, I tell you.
6th and 7th.
For Simha Rashi, the 6th and 7th are here. And for Simha Rashi, now I am keeping Saturn in Vrishchika. I have not brought him to today's position. I have not brought him to today's position. I am keeping Saturn in Vrishchika, that is why 20 days back, for 2.5 years. Saturn was in Vrishchika. That's what I am talking about. For this person, the 4th house was the transit, is 4th transit. What is the result of the 4th transit? That is applicable for, right? That is applicable for the bhavas concerned, the 8th and 9th, the father. So what is 4th house? Nana roga sukhattavitam sarartha vidyaditam 300, 6, 8 bear, moonala, lagradinda 8 and 9, ಚಂದ್ರನಿಂದ 4ನೇ ಮನೆ, ಚಂದ್ರನಿಂದ 4ನೇ ಮನೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟು? ಅದೇ ಚಂದ್ರನಿಂದ 4ನೇ ಮನೆ ಬಂದಾಗಲೇ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಆಲ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಪ್ರೊಕ್ಲೇಮ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೂನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ 4th ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್? ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಭಾವ. ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಭಾವ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿ 9th ಭಾವ is father, right? For Mithuna Lagna. The result for this one is that the 4th house, that is Sri-Bandhaktadhanasukabhamsham, troubles from the house ladies. Aste kuttirodu. Troubles for, by, from, to, maybe, and relatives. Trouble from relatives, preferably from ladies. Ladies side relatives, maybe wife side relatives or relatives, whatever it is. That 2 years will be this problem. That's all. You will not get other problem. So therefore, we must clearly understand. Again, you have got one more contracting thing, that Murti Nirnaya. Murti Nirnaya, if Saturn is Lohapada, this will not take place, or that will not take place, another thing, then you can give an exception according to a different angle of studying that. That point is a different issue. It may get nullified. Trouble may get nullified, but it may happen to only those people who have the Lohapada combination and not for others will suffer. So, my idea is that you should be very careful in analyzing the chart. The transit chart should be transit only. Lagna chart and transit chart should be superimposed, to be properly imposed and clubbed, blended, and the result should be ultimately given to the person connected. Otherwise what happens? It becomes a universal prediction, which is going wrong, which is very incorrect. So this is, again we say, Dashanata for example, somebody is the Kataka Rashi and Simha Rashi, but Kataka Rashi, if Gurudasha is running, it is not good for him. Even though Guru may be well placed in the chart, the quantification of that powerful Guru is sufficiently weakened by unfavorable transit of Jupiter in the third house. That's why ನಂಗೇನು ಮಾಡಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಟೈಮು, ಗುರುದಕ್ಷ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಏನೂ ಆಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದ ಸಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಸಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಕಿದೆ. He went to a wrong place. So this is what sometimes happens, that we cannot separate the transit results of the planet. Just because the natal chart shows strength, it does not mean that it has to yield definite results. It will yield, the strength should be coupled with proper favorable transit. The strength of the planet in the natal horoscope is not supported by proper strength in the transit, the power comes down. And vice versa, the power may improve also. It all depends on your wisdom. And this is the secret which I wanted to share with you in this particular talk. Of course, in one shot you cannot understand this very mind-boggling subject, and repeated exercise and your own application in this manner. You have to do it, and then only you will be able to do it. But I think all of you understood the principle behind it, though it is maybe difficult for you to understand, because Lagna, Rashi, these things must be imposed, superimposed. So unless you superimpose properly, you will not be able to do it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share my views with you. I hope you are able to understand my talk on transit and the secret behind transit. Thank you all.
Sir, what about Veda, sir? Should we consider Veda?
See, Veda, so far as we are concerned, it is practically not applicable. Because no planet has got power to steal others. This is what the opinion of the late Dr. B.V. Raman. And we have seen the failure of Vedas. And sometimes Guru becomes Veda with major planet means whole Gurupala will go. Shani becomes Veda means all this Bhagya will go. So astrology should be applied logically many times. That's the reason why I did not touch that point at all.